Today's show is sponsored by the Electric Vehicle Association. Join up to support the electrification of transport and get the help you need to finance your own EV or clean energy future. And by the 8th annual Chicago Chesed Fund Tesla raffle. Head to the link below and use the code TRANSPORTEVOLVED to get $25 off 2 tickets. The draw takes place on Labor Day, that's less than a month's time, so get your tickets today. And by Fully Charged Live USA. Come down to San Diego on September 10th and 11th to take part in the live extravaganza of EV fun. Get 15% off your tickets for this year's show by following the link below and using TE22 at checkout. Time's running out to get your tickets, so don't miss out because we'll be there along with some exclusive TE merch. Welcome back to TEN or Transport Evolved News. Thanks for tuning in and for clicking that subscribe bell. Before we get going today, a little editorial note. Since Michael and I are about to tow a 1994 Subaru Legacy Sun Sport Turbo from Seattle to Colorado with our company Ford F150 Lightning, and yes, there is an entire video series planned around the trip, today's show has been produced a full day ahead of our normal schedule. That means if there are late-breaking news stories, we may have missed them. And with that, on with the show. Ford has officially opened the order books for the 2023 model year of the Ford F150 Lightning pickup truck, and like other automakers, Ford is putting its prices up. Depending on the model you spec, the price increase ranges from $6,000 all the way up to $8,500, meaning the entry-level Ford F150 Lightning Pro starts from just shy of $47,000, while the range-topping Platinum Extended is just shy of an eye-watering $97,000. Ford says a rise in material prices is to blame. A few tweaks have been made for the new model year, with the standard range F150 Lightning getting a 10-mile targeted EPA range boost, meaning it's not official yet, and Pro Trailer Hitch Assist is now standard with the tow technology package. 3 of Ford's original launch colours are no longer available, replaced by 2 greys. Dan O'Dowd, the software engineer turned politician who failed to win the California state Democratic primaries for senator, has launched a multi-million-dollar ad campaign against Tesla. The ad, ostensibly paid for by the Dawn Project, which was in turn set up by O'Dowd and his company Green Hill Software, goes for the jugular, showing video that it claims proves Tesla's full self-driving beta will not stop for children. However, as many have noted, while the ad claims the car was in full self-driving mode and the Dawn Project has an affidavit from the driver stating as much, the in-car footage does not show FSD as active. While O'Dowd and his team have gotten the support of Ralph Nader, who made a statement calling for Tesla FSD to be banned this week, the conflict of interest here is glaringly obvious. O'Dowd's company makes software that he claims cannot fail or be hacked, and he also has ties to the auto industry. Over the past few years, we've been watching as Nissan's previously positive position in the electric vehicle marketplace has slowly been eroded by more capable and better equipped cars. This week, Automotive News ran a story claiming that Nissan is readying itself to slowly ramp down the Nissan Leaf production over the next few years, with an unofficial goal of dropping it entirely from the market in North America after its Aria SUV goes on sale. With CHAdeMO DC quick charging instead of CCS quick charging, the current generation Leaf may be a great daily driver, but it's becoming increasingly challenging to drive long distances in the US, and with many more electric cars today offering far more for your money, it's no surprise that Nissan is struggling to sell its leading environmentally friendly, affordable family car, which, by the way, is what Nissan said Leaf stood for at its launch. Nissan has declined to comment on this story. For some time now, there's been a bit of a healthy competition between Tesla and Porsche over whose cars were the fastest around the world-famous Nürburgring in Germany. In August 2019, a production Porsche Taycan Turbo set a new production EV track record of 7 minutes and 42 seconds, only to be dethroned last year by a Tesla Model S Plaid, which dropped the record to 7 minutes and 35 seconds. This week, Porsche reclaimed its position at the top of the leaderboard, sending a Porsche Taycan Turbo S fitted with its optional performance kit and Porsche dynamic chassis control around the Green Hell in 7 minutes and 33 seconds. While faster EVs have have been around the track. None of them have qualified as a production car. Since Elon Musk hates being beaten, we expect Tesla to make a new attempt very shortly. Talking of Elon Musk, Tesla's CEO now owns significantly less Tesla shares than he did at the start of the month, after selling more than $6.9 billion worth of Tesla stock. According to official SEC filings made on Tuesday evening, Musk made 3 share dumps in the last week, selling 3.2 million shares on August 5th, 1.5 million shares on August 8th, and 3 million shares on August 9th. Musk later claimed on Twitter that he was done selling Tesla stock and hinted that the sale of stock was to ensure he had enough liquidity in the event his attempt to buy Twitter was successful. However, as Electrek notes this week, he's claimed this twice before. Musk has also commented that if the Twitter deal fails, he will reacquire Tesla stock. While the massive stock sale did upset Tesla's stock price for a short period, it's worth noting that Tesla's planned stock split is due on August 24th. GM has been talking up its plans for dominating the electric vehicle market for a number of years, and to date, it hasn't managed to make much of a dent on Tesla's lead. This week, while talking at the JP Morgan Auto Conference, GM's EVP and CFO Paul Jacobson said that the automaker is on the cusp of a major inflection point that will change not only its EV vehicle production volumes, but also its profitability in the sector. With its Ultium division due to open a new battery gigafactory every year for the next 4 years, Jacobson stated he believes GM will soon be a leader in cell production, allowing it to dramatically ramp up the number of electric vehicles it can build every year. This will include ramped-up production of the Hummer EV and Cadillac Lyriq, but also new models like the Silverado EV, Equinox EV and Blazer EV. Will GM succeed? Well, tell me in the comments. Every startup on the planet goes through significant growing pains as they try to expand their offerings in the world, and for automakers that means dealing with ramping up production. Last week, premium EV startup Lucid Motors announced that its production was going to be adjusted downwards, blaming ongoing parts shortage. That was something Elon Musk publicly mocked, joking on Twitter that he'd had more children in the last quarter than Lucid had made cars, which, by the way, isn't true, at least as far as we know. But while Musk is mocking Lucid and its CEO Peter Rawlinson, the same Peter Rawlinson who helped bring the Model S to market, it turns out that Rawlinson was doing exactly what Musk did for early production of S, X, 3 and Y, namely spending the majority of his time at the production facility, helping fix issues on the line as they arise. It is good to see Rawlinson get stuck in. British-based Ree Automotive has unveiled a brand new electric box truck in the form of the P7-B, so called because it's a Class 3 box truck built on the company's P7 chassis. Designed to fulfill the needs of delivery fleets worldwide, the P7-B features a payload of 4,400 pounds, that's just shy of 2 metric tons, with an all-wheel drive 400 kilowatt drivetrain. Fully laden, it promises a range of 150 miles or 241 kilometres, with an electronically limited top speed of 75 miles per hour or 120 kilometres per hour. If the whole thing looks a little familiar, it's because the P7-B shares the same chassis with the recently announced Morgan Olson EAVX Proxima, another walk-in delivery van that was recently announced on the P7 chassis. Frankly though, it's great to see so many new electric delivery vans. The first automaker to bring a mass-production electric pickup to market, Rivian has been busy ramping up its production of the R1T and its SUV sibling, the R1S. However, to date, every R1T rolling off the production line has featured Rivian's quad-motor all-wheel drive system, which, while amazing, is a little pricey. So this week, Rivian's CEO RJ Scarringe teased images of the company's new two-motor drivetrain, a system it's calling Enduro. In addition to a Twitter video showcasing the motor alongside one of the drivetrain leads at Rivian, RJ teased images of pre-production Rivian R1T and R1S models fitted with the Enduro drivetrain undergoing winter testing in Aotearoa. The country has had some truly record-breaking snowfall in the last few months, so I'm betting that Rivian really has been able to push those winter tests to the absolute limit. If you are there, keep your eyes peeled. On Saturday last week, the US Senate surprised everyone by actually passing the debt reduction bill, with Vice President Kamala Harris casting the deciding vote. The bill includes a whole slew of new measures designed to help the US tackle the effects of climate change. But for EV fans, the big news is that the revised EV tax credit that will remove the old 200,000 car cap on eligible automakers was passed, allowing GM, Tesla and Toyota cars to once again potentially become eligible. There's also a tax credit for used electric cars, but because of the requirements about domestic manufacturing and caps on maximum sticker price and household income, some automakers and EV advocates are firing warning bells that few EVs will currently qualify. It's going to take a while for this to trickle down, and as soon as the House of Representatives passes it, meaning it can go for the president to sign, we'll do a video. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Future Nikki here. I am at Deer Island at a charging station. I have just picked up the vehicle that I am going to be towing all the way to Colorado, which is back there. And I wanted to let you know that the bill did, in fact, pass both houses, so it's going to go to the president to be signed. And if you want to know more, Kate's going to be doing a video on it next week. Short shorts are on the way, but first, how would you like to win a Tesla of your choice or $50,000 in cash? Well, make sure you pay attention because I'm about to tell you about the 8th annual Tesla raffle from the Chicago Chesed Fund. The Chicago Chesed Fund is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping families in crisis and has hundreds of programs and services in operation today. In a world where COVID-19 is still trying to make its presence felt, this Chicago-based charity has been helping people stay safe, fed, employed, and healthy. We have been promoting the raffle for many years on this channel, and we're super excited to be taking part again. So to find out more about the program or to buy tickets, head to ccfraffle.com, where you can get 2 tickets for $175 by using the promo code TransportEvolved. There are a total of 9,999 tickets available, and time is running out to get yours because the draw takes place on Labor Day. That is just over 3 weeks' time. And now it's time for Short Shorts. Sunrun, Ford's installation partner for EV charging stations, has unveiled its own dedicated home EV charging station. Capable of providing up to 40 amps of power at 230 volts, the smart charging station ties in with Sunrun's other home energy products. A few weeks ago, we told you that BYD had signed a supply deal with Tesla to see it provide the company with Blade batteries for future vehicles. But, according to a report out of China this week, it's already supplying its Blade batteries to Giga Shanghai for use in Model Y. Great Wall Motors, the Chinese automaker responsible for the Ora Cat, has expanded its retail activities into Germany through a partnership with Emil Frey, one of the largest car dealership groups in the country. The Ora Funky Cat will be its first model to go on sale as a consequence. Wetricity has closed a new funding round worth a total of $63 million. The company, which specializes in both static and active inductive charging of electric vehicles, says the round was anchored from a massive investment from Siemens AG, amongst others. The Indonesian government has just presided over the signing of a massive $5 billion deal between Tesla and several mining companies in the country. It's worth noting that Indonesia is home to 23.7% of the world's nickel reserves. European electric car rental company UFO Drive has officially expanded into the US, with the first of its planned US rental locations opening in San Francisco. The company has already experienced rapid growth across Europe and hopes to do the same stateside. Talks continue in Ontario, Canada this week as Tesla lobbies both the local and national government for tax breaks and incentives as it prepares to look for a location to site a new gigafactory. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has previously dropped several hints that a Canadian factory is on the agenda. A regional police department in Germany has taken the matter of internal combustion engine vehicles icing charging stations to a new level by publishing a staged photograph showing one of its helicopters parked at a charging station. It's meant to say, "We're watching you." New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed a new bill into law this week that requires the Garden State to implement a new electric school bus program. A total of $45 million over the next 3 years is earmarked to electrify the state's school bus fleet. UK charging provider GridServe has announced the receipt of £200 million of funding from Infra Capital. The extra funding will allow it to accelerate its planned rollout of DC quick charging stations, super hubs and electric forecourts across the UK. Following in the tyre tracks of Tesla, which has sent Powerwalls to disaster-stricken areas in the past, Ford has sent 2 F-150 Lightning pickup trucks and 2 F-150 PowerBoost Hybrids to Kentucky, where they will help provide essential power to devastated, flooded communities. Nikola Motor has announced a change of leadership shortly after holding its Q2 earnings call last week. Mark Russell, the current CEO, is due to retire on January 1st next year, and he will now be replaced by Michael Loschleller, who will help bring the Nikola Tre to production. Spy shots are surfacing of a new, smaller, all-electric Cadillac undergoing testing. The car is wearing full camouflage, and sadly we don't have rights to share it with you here, but our theory is that we're going to see something similar in size to the upcoming Equinox EV. Bentley has confirmed that its first electric car, which was originally due to be released in 2025, will now be released a year later. The reason for the change has not been given, but we'd expect that parts shortages may be playing a part, plus Bentley being Bentley. Mazda published its July sales figures last week, and we learned just how many MX-30 EVs were purchased in the US. The answer? 8. We've recently driven the car, and a review is going live next week, so if you want to know why those sales figures are the way they are, we might have some ideas to share, so check it out. BMW held a special ceremony this week at its Munich museum to commemorate the delivery of the final 18 BMW i3s to ever be made. Over 250,000 i3s were delivered in its production lifetime, but these final 18 were in a special black and gold paint. Indian company Tork Motors has begun delivering its first electric motorcycles, the Tork Kratos and Tork Kratos R. While it's great to see another electric motorcycle hit the streets, the initial production run was just 20 examples, so it's hardly mass production. Jaguar's terrible year of sales continue, with second quarter figures published this week showing a 48% global drop in demand. And while sales of the Jaguar I-Pace continue to fall, it's worth noting that I-Pace now accounts for 14% of all Jaguars sold. MG has officially priced the MG4 EV for sale in the UK. Offering between 218 and 281 miles of range per charge, the family hatchback will start from £25,995 sterling. GMC has issued a voluntary recall campaign for the Hummer EV, which it's calling a customer satisfaction program, to rectify an issue that could result in the high voltage connectors between the battery pack and vehicle corroding. The recall work will, of course, be free. Kia published its July delivery figures this week, and in addition to noting a 6.3% year-over-year increase, the company says it delivered just shy of 10,000 EV6 models globally, indicating that perhaps it's slowly coming out of its parts shortage hell. In an interview this week with Autocar India, Rolls-Royce's CEO shut down the idea that the company's first EV, the Rolls-Royce Spectre, will have anything amounting to a Tesla ludicrous mode. Instead, the CEO said it will offer, quote, maximum waftability, end quote. Waftability indeed. Tesla's shift towards an F1-inspired service setup where customers can drive in and get their cars fixed in the same hour has got a lot of attention. But according to several Tesla owners, this meant that Tesla is no longer offering alternative transportation choices for driving customers. Ahead of the presumed signing of the Debt Reduction Act, several higher-end automakers whose cars may no longer be eligible for incentives under it, including Fisker and Rivian, are encouraging customers to lock in existing incentives by signing purchase agreements before their cars arrive. Electrify America and its commercial vehicle charging subsidiary, Electrify Commercial, have announced a new agreement with IKEA that will see both companies install both customer-facing and commercial EV charging at IKEA stores across the US. PlugShare and XPeng have announced a new partnership in Norway that will see the PlugShare platform become the go-to charging station finding tool for Norwegian XPeng customers. Additionally, they'll get a smart tag to enable them to charge up with ease. Foxconn has signed an agreement with electric autonomous capable tractor company Monarch Tractor to see the former produce the latter's electric tractors at the same Lordstown production facility where the Fisker Ocean and Lordstown Endurance will be made. Borg Warner has secured a second integrated drive module supply contract with Hyundai Motor Company and says it will provide its integrated drive module to Hyundai for a new A-segment electric vehicle due to go on sale in Europe. Could this be an electric i10? Ford has signed a huge deal with DTE Energy for the purchase of renewable energy for all of Ford's Michigan-based facilities. Representing the largest zero-emissions purchase deal in US history, it will make every Michigan Ford factory and facility zero-emission by 2025. Elon Musk confirmed this week that Tesla's 500-mile variant of the Tesla Semi will begin shipping this year. It's been nearly 5 years since the vehicle was revealed, but it's not clear just how many Tesla Semis will be delivered before the end of this year. A Starbucks in Provo, Utah, has become the first Starbucks in the US to officially switch on a DC quick charging station as part of a new partnership that will see ChargePoint link Seattle and Denver through a series of DC quick charging stations and Starbucks. We may just drop in while we're going past next week. And those are your shorts. There will be more next week. There are few vehicles quite as iconic or evocative of summer fun on the beach as the original beach buggy. Originally built on the Volkswagen Beetle, the original Manx kit car was popular through the 60s. Now the timeless beach buggy is back, this time with an all-electric drivetrain that its creators hope will hit all of the right notes without any of the pollution. Unlike the original, which was available as a kit car, the new Manx will be a production vehicle offering a choice of 20 kilowatt hours or 40 kilowatt hours of onboard battery. With that, the company says you'll be able to go between 150 and 300 miles, it's 241 to 482 kilometers per charge, before needing to use either its onboard 6 kilowatt charger or a 60 kilowatt DC quick charging station. That might seem like a lot for a little battery capacity, but it's a super light vehicle. And finally, it is no secret that the modern filling station, or gas station, doesn't make much money off the fossil fuels it sells people, but rather the snacks and coffee and trinkets it tempts you with when you walk inside. And of course, if you are an EV driver, the chances are that you don't visit the gas station that much anymore. For some of you, I guess that means fewer snacks than you once ate. Which is maybe why Chevrolet has teamed up with an interior design team in a new ad campaign on YouTube to transform the garage of a 2019 Chevrolet Bolt EV owner into basically the inside of a gas station, complete with questionable hot dog machine, drinks and slushies. They also got the owner behind the wheel of a new Bolt EUV while the makeover was happening. Yeah, it honestly has been the weirdest thing I've seen since the Chevrolet Volt dance. And on that note, we are done for the day. But before I go, a huge thank you to the Electric Vehicle Association for sponsoring today's show. They have been advocating for electric vehicles since 1967 and firmly believe that our future depends on us making the switch to clean, green electric cars today. The EVA can help you find someone near to you that can help you make that switch to electric. It can help you become an EV educator, and it can point you in the direction of monthly meetups for like-minded EV fans. And if you become a member, you'll gain access to a new clean energy and EV loan program set up between the EVA and the Colorado Clean Energy Credit Union. You can find out more by heading to electricauto.org. And of course, thanks again to the 8th annual Chicago Chesed Fund Tesla raffle for sponsoring today's show. Head to the link below and use the code TRANSPORTEVOLVED to get $25 off 2 tickets. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell for this channel and our other channel, Transport Evolved Take 2. And if you're not already a channel member or a Patreon supporter, please consider becoming one. Or you can send us a tip through Ko-fi, or you can check out our cool swag store where you can buy a t-shirt like the one I'm wearing right now. And if you do like what you saw today, why not consider adding a super thanks to your comment? It is easy to do and it all helps our channel grow. I will be back this time next week for another news roundup, but as always, there will be plenty of content for you to enjoy during the week from this channel. And if you do like things off the beaten track, why not hop over to Transport Evolved Take 2 tomorrow for Kate's Sunday Musing, which is all about solar, and she's going to give you a brand new chicken and garden update, which now is on a separate video. Whatever you enjoy next though, I hope your weekend is a great one, and as always, keep evolving.